I'm Jan Sweeney. I wrote this book from studio to Foundry a couple of years ago. I'm going to show you a project similar to the teaching that I do in the courses, sculpture courses with Jan Sweeney. This takes you all the way through making the clay, making a mould, making a wax to take to the foundry. But today we're just going to do making the clay. Fine, I'm going to start just by doing a bit of kneading of the clay, which gets out the air bubbles and mixes the clay together. It's important to have it the right consistency. Not too wet, not too dry. And a plaster bat will dry out the clay if it is too wet. I'm going to take the clay and roll it out in a flat pancake with a rolling pin. Now the main part of the head, take the string out. I'm going to bend over like this, put my hand inside and push it together. Turn it over. There's the start of the head. I'm going to stuff that with some dry newspaper, which helps to hold the shape and it helps it to dry. Start just building up a little bit on the top of the nose with some soft clay. I need to make a mark of where the ears are going to be. Put a bit of water, a little bit of soft clay, and there's a piece that I've cut out from the rolled pancake, which is gone a little bit dry, so I'll just wet it again. It doesn't matter that the ears are exactly the same size or in exactly the right place. They're basically to mark where they're going to be so that you can see the proportions of the head. So squash it on like that, put a sausage behind of the soft clay. Bend that down. We'll take a bit of that newspaper out at the top, and then we need to bend it down because the head is going to finish about here or even here, so we're going to bend that down. I think we'll cut out a section. Got a V shape out of the neck in two places. Put that drier clay aside so you don't get tempted to use it. So then those will close together a bit and allow the neck to come down. You can put your finger in, make a hole, or use the eye hole and pull out the inside to make shape. Rather than just building it thicker and thicker because you want it fatter, put your finger inside and pull the clay out. Push the nose in. And I'm going to use, this is a bean bag. This is polystyrene beads just into a cotton or pillowcase, and it works quite well as a support. See the back of the neck starting to come. Bring it down. Push the nose in. Be quite strong with it. Need the bottom of the jaw to come down. and use the next bit, okay, which I hope is not too dry. The head bit that I did before is now on the other two bits of pancake, which make his neck. There's, if I can lift it up, the beanbag is on the inside, and there's some newspaper in his head. So he's hollow. He's standing up, he's on the turntable on a piece of ply with the beanbag and the newspaper inside. The shape is beginning to come. He's quite rough still now, we're going to have to build him up. Good idea to take a knife and just draw a line between the ears, straight down to his nose, and another one straight across. It's very easy to get things crooked, and quite difficult when you're working quite hard with something to realise it. So you can build up around the eyes now. I have this habit of keeping my sculptures' eyes open right through, even when I'm making bronzes. It gives a depth and a darkness from the shadow, which I find preferable to an eyeball. But some people find them very spooky. But then there's a bone that comes right the way across there. It's the high cheekbone effect. And this comes out to the cheek. That will be the throat. Let's move that cheek a bit more. And it's got that funny little sort of puff of muscles where the whiskers come out from. If you look at any cat, when they snarl, they move that muscle, all the whiskers move. So it's becoming more like, less like a lump of rubbishy clay, more like a cat. That ear comes in a bit. But there's again a little muscle that comes out there. And it goes across there, but this continues round. A bit on the dry side now. bit more. All cats have this funny indentation here, which is more hair than anything else. If you look at lions and cats, lions and cheetahs, they've all got that curious, the hair grows together like that and there's a sort of join up the middle. Inside the bottom of the eye will come down. We'll start the nose. A cat, again, there's quite a different nose from a dog. It's fairly short. The coat, the hair, and the cheek will go inside the nostrils. The dog has a wet bit at the bottom, because a wet nose and a wet bottom of the nose. The cat doesn't. And there's amazing similarity actually between wild cats and domestic cats. You look at the muscles and the way they move, and there is a lot of similarity. The inside, so we just push them together. Look at these top lip. There. I'll show you the inside, which is hollow all the way through the mouth, through the eyes. Easy to dry and easy to fire. So it's just about finished. I was showing you the nose, which just goes, the fur goes right into the nostril. And this fur comes down, and the only bit that's bare is just the point of the nose. The high cheekbones, slanty eyes, and difficult to keep on without breaking in the firing or afterwards, but the lovely pointy tips to its ears. You leave finishing the ears to the last because they always get knocked and broken and spoilt. So you really have to wait till the end. More of that here. You can see the clay is now quite hard and it's standing up on its own. I've opened the mouth because it doesn't need a prop anymore, because it's holding itself up with its own strength. Which also means that when it's fired, it'll sit without needing a base or anything. I shall sign it, and then we're finished, I shall sign it where? There.